Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WCS Challenger Open Cup number 2 for North America, as we're about to get into our final series of the night, and it will be DisK going up against puCK for our PvP CU qualifiers.
Yeah, puCK should be the heavy favorite, but we saw DisK earlier with some nice PvP skills up against Jax. There is an almost 500 MMR difference between these two, so you know, usually it's look at the supply, but this time maybe look at the MMR, and we'll see how that translates into those games here.
Might be. Let's get into it. Game number 1 will be on Ascension to Aya, and game number 2 will be on Abyssal Reef, I believe puCK told me, going into this. So, spawning down the bottom right-hand corner, we do have DisK from his previous good PvP. And up to the top left-hand corner, we have puCK, looking to be the favorite going into this. And, I mean, for me, it would be a bit of a shame if puCK wasn't at a WCS event. Every single WCS event, I always seem to run into puCK, so it's always nice.
Yeah, he did take a break for a little bit, I think, though. That was after last year's Valencia, where he had a disappointing loss to Stefano. I think that was 0-2. Decently deep into the tournament, but just was disappointed with himself and with the way he thought he underperforms in those tournaments.
Yeah.
And ever since he's tried to come back a little bit stronger, I think, and he's now seems ready to attend more offline tournaments again. I do think that he was probably very disappointed once again with his games against Scarlet that we had yesterday, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit of a stumbling block. Not realizing truly that Scarlet was being the aggressive person that she was there, playing from Korea. And puCK now going to try and steal some of the minerals here from this, or at least deny some of the mining time.
I think puCK is a pretty emotional guy, and it's a bad thing, right? Like sometimes if you lose and you get too emotional about it, instead of just being able to remove all emotions, look at the game purely from a strategical standpoint and find your mistakes and fix them. That's the hard part. That's why so many of these top players, you know, we identify them as robots because they don't show much emotion, but that's what also makes them so good in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
That they don't actually, you know, rage or go crazy when they lose. They just look at it and like, oh, well, you know, I had the misplaced tank right there.
Yeah. People like innovation, of course, because he is innovation. And he's a guy that was able to win off tournaments off the back of that.
Because
he is innovation.
I wonder if puCK has plans for the exact placement of his robo here. Like if you look at his second gateway, the one that's below the other one, in between that and the Nexus is like, I think, just enough space.
Yeah.
For him to make a robo, so that would be pretty nicely walled off, but I might be completely overreading the situation. And in this case, we had DisK going for a very quick Nexus off of just the first 2 Stalkers and then starting a Sentry, whereas puCK went for the safer approach. Double Stalker into 2 more Stalkers, so quadruple Stalker into Nexus. So that's going to be a little bit delayed in comparison.
Robo facility on the way for DisK. And these 2 Stalkers are now going to fan out and have a look around further. The other 2 claiming the watchtowers, making sure nothing was coming across the map to start off.
I talked a little bit earlier about how DisK, you know, like he seemed very enthusiastic about being featured on the mainstream here for this, and finally, you know, getting some spotlight and stuff. There is a chance he may be nervous here.
Maybe.
He's on the big stage in the qualifying match against somebody as well known as puCK.
Yep.
It is very hard, especially if it's one of his first tournaments here where he's made it this far, to actually stay composed. So we'll see if that plays a role there, because we saw earlier pretty much how he likes to play, how well he can play. So we'll be able to see here if there is a difference or not in those games.
Yeah, I can understand the psychology behind that. It's like, you're on the main stage even before, yes, but you were against somebody who's not very well known, you know, like, you know, and then going up against someone who is well known and has far more experience than you on a stage like this.
puCK's been around forever here by now.
Yeah, it's a scary prospect. So let's see how he deals with it. Whoop. Probe goes down. Hallucinated Phoenix on the way out. Can any Stalkers intercept them? It will be spotted by the vision of the watchtower. Warp Prism's on the way with that Robo Bay going down, so Warp Prism speed probably on the cards.
Already a Forge here going down from DisK here. Going for these upgrades straight away. And puCK, wouldn't be surprised if he went for, again, Gravity Drive, a Disruptor, and try to drop that before Blink's completed to try and get 1 or 2 shots. Some of those juicy shots, as Roddy calls them.
Juicy. So another Hallucinated Phoenix is going to go in from a different angle this time, and it hasn't been spotted by that watchtower. So
yeah, this will be spotted, like potentially the Gravity Drive in particular. Like if you see a RoboBay chrono boosting out something early on in the game like this and a War Prism next to it, you know what's coming.
How quickly does puCK react with the Stalkers? Oh, they're going to fly right over them!
No, they're not.
Oh, nice. Nice. Good scout here from DisK. All right.
Yeah, he adjusted very nicely, and now he spotted the RoboBay that was being chrono boosted, and the Robo chrono boosted next to it, and he should know what's coming. He was already chrono boosting his Blink anyway. He's actually gonna finish even before this gets there, so could be super dangerous. Like if this gets sniped right away, puCK is gonna be in a world of trouble behind this, because DisK will have way more.
Yeah, most definitely. This observer really hasn't done a full detail of what's going on in the main base here of DisK. War Prism's very fast though. So let's see if that crazy micro can come out from puCK. It's only 1 unit, of course, but 2 units, I guess. All right, looking for a shot. No.
This is so close to the Stalkers as well.
Yeah.
Oh, the Stalkers are coming in.
Blink's done.
Oh, he moved back the Stalkers for a second by accident, and he's gonna chase away the Prism. That's gonna kill the Disruptor.
Oh,
oh
no! Saved!
Oh my god, from so far away. Loses
the Observer though. And 2 workers.
I thought he killed his own Observer for a second. I was like, what the hell?
No. All right, RoboBay on the other side here for DisK. I think he realizes now the severity of his opponent having a War Prism and a Disruptors out at this point in time. So really does want to start catching up in there.
Yeah, puCK actually, like this doesn't even delay his Blink that much, so that one Disruptor shot gets away with it.
His infrastructure, do you feel like it's delayed his third though, slightly?
Yeah. Actually, the third still hasn't started here from puCK. He's playing a little bit of a Heart of the Swamp-esque Protoss here, where you just get a ton of probes on 1, 2 bases, and then later on take that third base. Might be going for a 2 base himself. Look at how many Stalkers he's warped in here.
Yeah, might be. It's a lot of Stalkers. And he knows that right now he'll probably have the Disruptor advantage, considering how fast he went for
Was that the Prism in the middle of the map that he just sniped? Yeah.
Oh my god, it was.
He blinked down that watchtower.
Yeah.
That got 1 Disruptor, I think, as well in it.
Yeah, I think it
That was sick. Because he was at the watchtower, and that's how he got vision, I think.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, he wrestled it away.
Wow, having a third base set up so early and saturated, fully saturated, when the opponent hasn't started his, DisK is in a great position. I was just talking about how puCK should be a heavy favorite, but so far DisK is running the show.
And his army looks superior to puCK's currently, apart from the Disruptors, which are lagging behind very heavily. If they were there at the front, then maybe they could have made a better deal of this, but DisK is almost up in worker supply, army supply. Definitely in workers, jeez. Third base is on the way. puCK's behind.
Yes, he is. DisK gets the hallucinated scout here with the Phoenix. Perfect. Sees how late the third base is. If I saw that, actually, I think as DisK, I might be suspicious. I might be like, wait, does he have a hidden base or something? Like that third base is incredibly late.
Yeah. An extra Warp Prism has now come along.
And Dark Shrine going down here from DisK. It's just so easily affordable on 3 bases with all the gas income that you have.
Yeah. It got reduced in price a long time ago, right? So
yeah.
That was
150 is pretty cheap.
Yep. Very cheap.
Stargates and a second Dark Shrine are going to go down.
For DisK,
so break this down, Kairos.
Oh, he's making a second Robo too, so getting a lot of Disruptors as
yeah, but the
well
second
as
Dark
everything
Shrine?
else. Oh, second Dark Shrine. That's autopilot right there, my friend.
Yeah. He forgot he started the first one here just now. Maybe those nerves I talked about, especially since he's doing well.
Yeah.
Usually this is the moment where in a game like this, you need to be thinking only about, you know, winning and like, what you're doing right and like what's the next step and all that. But this might be the moment where DisK, the guy who's less experienced than puCK, might be starting to think like, oh my god, am I actually doing this well right now against somebody like puCK?
Yeah.
Am I actually going to qualify for the playoffs of this? This is like a dream come true. Why am I so good? Well, you made 2 Dark Shrines, brother.
Yep. They're in the back there. Aesthetically pleasing. He just wants a nice looking base. +3 on the weapon. He's even ahead in upgrades. The +3 weapons is on the way as well, compared to +2. This is
doing really well actually with that. Super consistent. Started
yeah
really early.
You can't fault him, can you?
puCK's got a high ground though. He's definitely camping that middle.
Yeah.
Guarding that crystal.
The all-important crystal. That's 5 disruptors now enjoying with this.
Oh, he's going to use the lack of vision from DisK to posture towards the top right-hand side and prevent that 4th base from starting here from DisK. And then getting good engagement out of it if he can.
Seen by an observer. Stalker's towards the middle of fighting, but he's seen by an observer, so he will have to reposition. Revelation captures the whole army, tags it.
I think puCK, by the way, might have lost to quite a few DT drops because he made 2 cannons per base, not just 1.
Wow.
You know, 1 is very vulnerable against DT drops, but 2 definitely should be enough. Ooh, last second.
That was very close.
We went full owl even for this.
Yeah, we did.
So a warp in at the top here from DisK, who's about to get charged. And if he gets +3 actually before sending that forward, that could be super dangerous.
Yeah, he could even walk up in another
Oh, he's got
round.
some DTs actually. Oh, inside the 3rd base. That was so close. He killed 1 cannon and the 2nd one was about to die.
Oh my god.
If there had only been 1 cannon, puCK would have been in so much trouble. So that 2nd cannon that I was just talking about actually kind of saved him. And then from there, it's like, oh, all right, panic mode engaged. I'll get more cannons, leave some Zealots on that base.
Blink. All right, disruptors going forwards. They've got to be very, very
Whoa.
careful. Oh.
Oh, those Zealots actually got to cancel on that 4th base of puCK there.
Oh yeah, they did. My observing has gotten slower as games have gone
Where's
on.
the Oracle?
Oh,
He's
loses
down
some of the
there,
stalkers.
doing nothing. He needs to tag the army here really bad.
DisK's in a great spot with his army.
And he's taking another base here, more to the left-hand side here of his 4th.
Good choice. Here come disruptors again.
The Zealot's gonna go forward onto that 3rd base there.
Try and get some damage.
Oh, he gets the tag on the disruptors. Yeah, this is huge.
3 cannons.
And he's sending his own forward, but there is an observer from puCK spotting this.
Oh, but still loses his own disruptor anyway.
Oh, the surround on his own cannon.
Very
That's
good
sick.
hold control.
puCK needs to remember to send those back to mining. Yeah, he does.
It's a good spot here
DisK is...
for DisK.
Seems like he really wants to fight this, even though he's expanding him off the map.
He's doing fine, totally fine. Doesn't really have to take that fight if he doesn't want to.
Oh, and he's starting to warp in here at the middle of the map to send that forward onto where he thinks the 4th base, I think, might be, which is at the bottom. And he would be right.
puCK now relocating, getting himself in a better spot to try and assault maybe the 4th base and 3rd base. But that will be a slow fight.
Oh my god.
He could get the disruptors! Oh, and he didn't even blink back with the stalkers either. That's a big hit.
Like, you never know, right? Like, you see the disruptor shots go there and you're like, well, is he just gonna blink out and dodge everything? But no, like, once upon a time, it gets so many units.
He's just
The
gonna hold
Zealots
your
at the bottom gonna go to town on this base. Adept swapping of all units.
What?
Just like I get sliced down.
Yeah, he got wrecked. That
It's
is
gonna be like those guys that try to fence with you.
It's true. And now these disruptors were technically a bit vulnerable there for a moment, but DisK wasn't in a spot to exploit it. Oh, he finds a free disruptor though towards the middle of the map.
Take that. That's free.
Nice. Zealous
That
being
base
annoying.
will be saved, but now look at what DisK can do.
DisK's playing a great PvP.
He can head towards the 2nd base of puCK and at the same time keep on sending units at that one bottom base of puCK. And if he takes it out and then he's on 5 bases, oh my god!
Oh my god! I barely
puCK has a
caught the
bunch
end
of
that.
like rogue observers down on the map, and he manages to catch stuff with it from time to time.
These are Dark Templars.
There is no observer in this army. What?
There's... Where are they? There's one quite close to the right-hand side of this. Needs to bring it to him. Dark Templar, get as much as possible!
PvP in all its glory.
Alright, 4th base up and running here for DisK. 5th base going to be taken on the right-hand side.
Yeah, puCK has a lot of idle probes in his main base actually that he needs to transfer onto the new one he took.
Blinks forward, gets himself the Oracle.
Ooh, DisK has a lot of workers. 70 probes to 67. Still with the supply lead here. I'm surprised we don't see more prisms.
He lost, in that engagement, in the explosion that I didn't see, he lost maybe like 4 disruptors or
Yeah,
so?
he lost a lot.
Yeah.
The army's still tagged there. Oh my
no.
god!
Oh!
That was like 4.
Yeah, that was...
It's so hard to see.
They clump up so tightly.
Yeah.
And now he's got to be very careful about moving this way. He's going to blink onto those disruptors and try and kill them off as quickly as possible. And he will actually kill off the majority of them before the purification novas actually go off.
DisK might be able to clean up. He's going to chase this army away here. Yeah. He's got a big supply lead that actually got evened up a little bit more.
The disruptors were going around the north side as well. And blinks forwards once again, killing off a few stalkers.
DisK is one upgrade ahead as well. Not only does he have charge and puCK does it, he has level 1 ground armor and now starts plasma shields.
Getting himself observer speed as well so he can get in better positions for scouting. Spotting anything that may be coming
It's so
along.
hard for puCK to engage into this. puCK's going to trade again.
It's near impossible. Going up against those
these two disruptors just above this. No, just above the army. That was on the left. Whoa!
God, they're all over the place. And that will be the next being focused down. I did zoom out. There you go. Okay. And we'll be blinking on, trying to kill off this, but full base droid been commenced.
Yeah. puCK has a couple disruptors about to come out. One of them shoots. He's actually making stalkers up the ramp here, so it looks like he might want to try to defend this. Okay, well, that one disruptor came out at the wrong time.
This disruptor needs some good value. What can you get?
Nothing, because he's on cooldown.
Rip.
And that robo will get unpowered there. All the lag. Oh, actually, DisK's army that is warping in at home is huge. He's gonna try to defend against this.
Oh wow, it is. What the? How does he have so? Oh my god.
And again, a disruptor that came out in puCK's main got sniped immediately.
Yeah. There's almost no way puCK can win this. Look at how much DisK has. He's played a blinder of a PvP.
Canada showing up in full force. Maple syrup.
Absolutely. Give me them pancakes. Let's go.
At Korra.
At Korra. Oh, yes. And the Stalker's now coming back for puCK.
Oh, one lone disruptor came out of nowhere on the low ground here.
Oh, he did. He got something. And now, these Stalkers in Immortals are technically going to be stuck up there if puCK repositions.
Yeah, keep in mind, puCK, it looks like he's behind an army, but he's got quite a few more walkers.
Yeah.
Available to himself, because he sniped a lot of DisK's workers, but his own were kept safe on other bases. And now he's cornered that base instead of his main one. That's crazy. If he can actually catch this and eventually kill it, but DisK will come in from multiple sides here.
The Stalkers can blink down if they get in trouble. So we'll leave a few of these units up at the top.
Yeah, I don't think he would definitely always try to fight with the two Immortals, the Sentry and the Disruptor.
Stasis Ward's going down. puCK's still making a meal of this. His army supply is so vastly behind though, he needs more infrastructure up and running as quickly as possible. He's trying to make it everywhere.
Interesting location to make gateways, by the way. Like,
right next to where the army is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where they will die in a second. Disruptor gets caught. puCK's trying to get real cute with a lot of these disruptors here, sending them in cheeky locations like this. puCK has remade quite a few gateways.
Yeah.
He's got 3 on the 4th base, 2 on the 3rd base, and 2 above that. So that's 7 in total. And look at his economy. It's way better. If he keeps on whopping stalkers, he might be able to overtake the army supply of DisK. Wow, that would be in a long time though. It's 39 stalkers to 39 right now. But we got 6 disruptors to 0 in DisK's favor.
They're the big game changers.
Oh, and those Stasis Ward are nice, but they don't only catch 3 stalkers. That's for the first one.
If he caught some of the disruptors in Stasis Wards, that might be a good time for him to go, but yeah, we'll see. That's a lot of stalkers, and they're all going to be bottled up in a very, very heavy choke here.
46 stalkers to 39.
Oh.
He waited till the last second.
I know, they caused me heart palpitations. All right.
More gateways going down here from puCK. He definitely wants to try and overtake the stalker count of his opponent. Trying to bait puCK into that stasis ward. It's gonna get a lot of these units. If he blinked and targeted these disruptors properly, he might be able to do a lot here. He's gonna bait some of these shots first maybe and then go for it. It's still very risky. I mean, there are Immortals available inside of this. I think he should go for it now. That's his best shot.
Yeah, these are very, very vulnerable.
He's gonna trade again.
Oh my god.
He traps some DTs so he can't even kill them. That's funny. He's gonna base trade.
I guess he is.
I should evacuate this with probes. Actually, he has a Nexus going down on the bottom side of the map.
Army supply still vastly in favor of DisK anyway. I think that puCK realizes that he can't really go up against this army. It's huge in comparison. It's only stalkers for puCK on the other side. So let the stalkers do the talking.
What a game here, #1 between these two.
Where is the DisK?
If DisK wasn't nervous, it definitely must be now, because this is a crazy game here that we're seeing between these two in that PvP.
Yeah. Going into this kind of base trade, you really never know what could happen. There could be Nexus and buildings all over the place for puCK for all he knows until he kills them. And he's going back.
DisK is going back. What?
He's going back?
After all the overcharges were used.
Oh no.
I think he would have eliminated puCK earlier, but I guess he knows he has the better army anyway.
I think, yeah.
I mean, StarCraft counts 50 to 47 in puCK's favor, but that's all he's got going for him. Upgrade-wise, he's 2 upgrades behind. He doesn't have any disruptors. He doesn't have any sentries. puCK might re-expand up there, actually. He's got enough minerals. Starting Nexus at 1 o'clock, maybe.
Base got found by a Stalker. 2 Dark Templars are going to come and finish that off. Entire army now, though, being found. Going to have to shift Blink up. Everything is Stalker, so he can be highly mobile now, can puCK.
Well, the rocks don't last very long to this many Stalkers, apparently.
No. And it's 100 army supply against 130, so puCK is going to have to be super mobile around this map if he's going to win out.
DisK gets an Oracle as well. I think he fully understands if he tags this army, he's going to be able to chase it better. The Observer of DisK falls, but there's like no threat of whopping in any DTs anytime soon here from puCK, so that's not even going to do much.
DisK blinked aggressively forwards there. And
he's going to catch a lot, so oh my god.
He knows he can do that because there's no disruptors on the side of puCK, so he doesn't have to save the blink for the defense.
And I think DisK may have done it here in game number 1.
Might have 88 army supply against 129.
I don't see how puCK wins this here at this point.
Tries to get any Stalker.
Wait, that Stasis Wall was his best shot. I cannot believe that he didn't go for it, but I guess he couldn't have known. And in this case, DisK actually a little bit taking a fight in not the best of position. puCK is going to get a good trade out of this.
Yeah, that was all right, but he's got to find a few more just like that. And I don't think it's that easy, especially when he's leading this army to his main base. I suppose you could call it the main base that he has right now. 78 against 99, trying to find another trade where he can. He's relying on his Blink Micro alone to try and win this out. For an overcharge on the left-hand side here, while this army is going to go into the fight, and that's going to be a Blink on back there. DisK still has the army supply advantage. That's going to be some Purification Novas going off as well. He's 30 army supply up now, Todd.
He almost blew up his own army here. Yeah. Gonna have to be careful. The disruptor count is getting very low.
Oh,
and
disruptors! Oh, he loses one disruptor. But I don't think puCK's out of this just yet.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
He's mining from that one base. DisK is long distance mining from another one.
He can make more Stalkers compared to his opponent while this is going on. And if he catches
DisK is the one with the Oracle. Oh, he makes the Stasis Wall really far. But he tags this army here, though. That's a big deal.
But they're being reinforced. He's getting a Twilight Council. I think he wants to make a Dark Shrine. I think he's trying to aim for a Dark Shrine. Unless...
Yeah, but actually that base is going to run on minerals.
Unless he goes for a Templar Archive, because look how much gas he's got. That would be, like, very efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, Archons aren't exactly great into this, but...
Actually, you might be right, because he's so mineral-starved at this point that going for DTs, like, he'd get 1 or 2.
Get a Templar Archives and just make some Archons. Just beef this out. I mean, of course, they're not going to be great against Purification.
Beef this out.
Oh, he's going to Dark Shrine anyway. Okay.
He has a pylon. puCK has a pylon on the top right-hand side. If one DT walks inside of that one mining base from DisK, it might be a disaster.
I mean, even if he just separated off 2 Stalkers up to that spot. I mean, admittedly, he can't.
Oh my god, these disruptors. By themselves, he's going to spot them.
Oh! Is he going to go? Is he going to go?
Yeah, he is.
Oh! Oh,
okay. Oh, DisK knew.
I like that.
He has the army tagged. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I like the defensive Purification Nova. It's very good. Armor
what
supply.
A game, man.
49 to 64. puCK is still... I can't believe puCK is still in this. After being down like 50 army supply against all the disruptors to no disruptors.
That fight that he took up the ramp around his natural, that was huge for him to even the war.
Constantly running away, letting his opponent's Stalkers get ahead of the disruptors so that they wouldn't have the disruptor shots.
Oh, DisK found the pylon up there. Just before the Dark Shrine finishes.
Nice. Very good.
Bad news for puCK, who's now expanding towards the middle of the map.
Got the Oracle in the mid. This is where nerves are really going to come into play.
They have the same Stalker counts. I think if DisK knew that, he'd be more eager, but it seems like he's ready to fight anyway.
Blinks away from that army in the mid. There is a Dark Templar with this as well. Where's his Observer? He needs that with it.
Above his one base that's in production right now here for puCK.
Let's see army supply. 45 to 63.
Defensive DT being warped in. Both players have Observers, but I think it's only one each.
I think the DT's being sent around the bottom here. And now puCK
Yeah, he wants to go into that base. He's actually, puCK's harassing it with one Stalker.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's good. Once the tag had gone off.
Yeah, and when that DT gets there, there's no observer in that location. This is going to be really bad for DisK. He does have observer speed, remember, though.
Yes, he does. He's keeping it with his army at the front, though. And the big problem with both of them only having one observer, for puCK, his army is in the same place where he's defending, but because DisK's being aggressive, he has to have one observer he has, either in one location or the other.
Here we go, that one DT.
Oh my god, it's going to make such a difference. This one DT will bring back the supply advantage in favor of puCK, and he's trying to get himself up enough Stalkers. I can't believe this game.
The one DT will upset the supply balance.
Get it going.
Now and forever.
This is ridiculous. And there's two Stalkers back here, but there's no observer.
Yeah. I mean, the observer came back
he's here
faster
now.
than the Stalkers at this point with speed.
All right, now puCK's
25 walkers to 12 for puCK now. He can just re-expand and be fine.
There's the Templar Archives.
Why did he warp in a truckload of sentries, by the way?
I don't know. He's got the Templar Archives on the way now, knowing that...
Now he gets it.
Yeah.
I guess he still got a lot of gas, but these sentries are like quite useless.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do? Like pull a huck and hallucinate a bunch of units?
He could hallucinate. What could he hallucinate? If you had to think, what would be the best unit to hallucinate?
Nothing's believable, to be honest.
When you hallucinate Stalkers, does it hallucinate 2 of them or just 1?
I think 1. I think it's Zealots that are 2.
And probes. Or probes are 4.
Probes are 4.
Probes are 4. What would you do? Warp in a ton of Zealots on one side, look up for a potential... No, it's crazy.
Archons, I guess.
Yeah, Archons.
He's gonna have real ones and fake ones.
Yeah, which ones are you going to target? Who knows?
Well,
the Riddler's
the ones that you see.
Yeah.
Real, recognize real.
Loses some free units. puCK has a supply advantage, and he dodges that purification over once again. But this is a really good blink forward here from DisK, because the defensive blink is off here for puCK, as he was trying to avoid those purification
Actually,
overs.
if this goes for an over-eager blink, and he's been doing quite a few of them, he might get force-fielded in.
I think he warped in sentries just because he was heavy on gas.
Yeah, with some Guardian. Yeah, but I mean, Archons are still way better.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if these disruptors here can do much of anything to sentries.
Well, they popped. These 2 Archons aren't really doing too much either.
Mothership Core dies, actually. That's going to be no overcharge defensively. DisK might still be able to do this. He's got way more army supply. And puCK in a world of trouble. I cannot believe he warped in Sentry. Is the worst unit in the game in that position.
The Archons did nothing really either for themselves. And now the Templar Archives is going to go down. I think he realized that the Templar Archives was an option too late.
Yeah, that Robo is so exposed, by the way.
Yeah?
The Mana Robo just below this.
Oh, yeah. Trying to get an Immortal. This game. puCK is still trying to fight through.
Yeah, he's going into desperation mode at this point and going to try and
he doesn't even have
base trades.
Yeah, where's he going with these? He doesn't have high ground vision, so he couldn't like blink up into the main or something. But even if he did, that would be almost suicide.
I think his observer might have died too.
Yes, it did.
So DT gonna reign supreme. puCK restarts one observer, but still gonna be in a ton of trouble. Double time warp now going down. This army will get chased down, I believe, eventually.
Blinks off. 3 Stalkers. Has 3 die. Blinks away. Oh, no, he's dead. He's out. That's the nail in the coffin here for puCK. A valiant effort to try and bring himself back into this, but the majority of his Stalker army gets ripped apart.
DisK has 0 workers.
There's no way. He just keeps running around in circles with these 5 Stalkers now. Keep running. Another Stalker dies. It's making an observer.
puCK almost has the minerals for 1 DT. But I mean, DisK has left the one Mothership Core watching over its probe babies. Yeah. That one based on the top right-hand side with the observer for detection.
Imagine if he was able to snipe out the observers and have a DT. But there's not enough buildings.
Yeah, I mean,
these things
there is a couple of cannons. Anyway.
Yeah. A slow death here for puCK now, trying to find some kind of solution, but I don't think there is any. Boop. There is a Dark Templar there. Where's the observer? It's all the way at home.
Yeah, it's defending that mineral line, which is more important. Oh, you almost got it.
He's gonna try. Run away!
That guy.
The Disruptor's disappointed.
The DT needs blink.
Yeah, he
does
does.
these shots for sure.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Blink forwards. Just kill the Stalkers, man. Just kill them.
puCK somehow got an immortal.
Yeah, he did from that robo. The probes are looking for long distance mining again. But their end is nigh. Two Dark Templars. Observers now here as well. GG. DisK will win game number 1. Whew, that's only game number 1. Wah. In this best of 3.
Yeah, was pushed to the limit there. He had such a big lead. I didn't think he should have been that hard, but puCK really fought like a true warrior, like a true Spartan.
Yeah.
With those last few Stalkers. And almost brought it back, but not quite enough.
Almost. All right, so we'll wait for game number 2 to get going. We will be on Abyssal Reef once they invite us in. Really good showing by DisK, though. All things considered, considering I've never cast a game of his until today.
Yeah, could be one of those guys with a bright future, who's putting in the work. He's been training.
All right, just got to wait for our second game to get hosted now. I'm trying to think. From a mentality point of view, as a pro gamer, how do you feel about like staying in the game that long, when you know that there's a chance, but not huge amounts, especially towards the later stages of that?
Yeah, it depends what you call a chance, right? Like some games that I'm behind, I will stay in, just knowing that some players, you know, they can make a huge mistake, and then you can come back. Like at first, when I was looking at the armies, I was like thinking that it's ridiculous for puCK to still be in the game, right? When DisK already had way more, but then puCK almost brought it back. So he was right to stay in the game. But then obviously at the end, when he has 5 Stalkers against 20, then, you know, he might be overdoing it a little bit. And then he definitely should have tapped out earlier. But
yeah,
I mean, his tournament, it's a big tournament there. Challenger, lots of money on the line. Points, WCS points.
it's true.
So you want to give it your all, right? Like if there's still one single chance, then you can still stay in the game. Like I said, like there is a good chance also that DisK gets nervous and maybe throws away the game somehow.
Yeah.
I've been myself part of many throws, so I know all about them. So sometimes, yeah. It's funny because, like, you know, I told you I played some MOBAs and I hate people that give up too early, you know, like they get first blooded or like the game starts going wrong. They're like, all right, let them finish. We've lost.
Yeah. It's
I hate that mentality. So on one hand, I'm kind of like that, but at the same time, I don't want to stay too long in games if I think that I'm not going to win. But there is a right balance to find in there, right?
Yeah, definitely. And especially in a 1v1 situation, it's like, okay, it's all on you, right? Compared to that kind of environment. All right, let's get into game number 2. As we are spawned down to the bottom right-hand corner, it will be DisK in the blue. 1 game away from qualifying for the playoffs. And up to the top left-hand corner, it's puCK in the red. 6 AM here, 6:15 AM. I can see the light breaking through the doorway. puCK.
Might.
puCK, mate.
Neither player going to be going for a wall-off here on Abyssal Reef.
Oh, I'm ready for bed, Todd. I'm ready for bed.
I'm ready for dinner.
Yeah. 6 AM, mate.
Yeah.
Actually, come to think of it, yeah, I haven't had 3 meals today. I anticipated getting something when I got home. That's not a good situation.
What do you cook usually when you get home?
Rice and chicken, or pasta and bacon, or something, I don't know.
All the healthy stuff.
Of course. What else am I going to cook?
How do you season chicken?
I just, nothing. Honestly, just nothing. I eat rice.
True British.
I eat rice and chicken every day, and I put nothing on my chicken. Just normal rice, normal chicken.
Maynard recipe, they call it.
The thing is that some people get really bored of food and they have to have variety. I eat the same thing every day.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you don't get bored of it?
No, never. Like, if I like something, I like something. But for me, it's almost like I just need to eat. Not necessarily like I really want amazing food at home. I just need to eat, and I eat. Yeah.
You just eat like as a chore, maybe? Or?
Kinda, yeah. That's how I see it.
If one day you have the opportunity to like upload your brain into a computer, you will do it?
Ooh, yeah, I suppose I would if I was on my way out, especially. Yeah. Why do you ask?
No, I mean, if you see eating as a chore, then kind of fixes that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Would you?
Probably not.
It really depends on a lot of things. Like, how am I?
Like what?
How is my physical condition?
Okay,
Am I on the brink of death? Like, I suppose if your brain, if your brain is in like a robot, I suppose you wouldn't be able to have too much physical interaction, say with like a loved one or something like that. This is getting a bit deep. I'll stop. Like,
I can't believe you went there.
There's a lot of things to consider. Gotta think about these
Never
things.
change, kid eyes.
Look, right, my mind is entirely sci-fi and fantasy.
I have to say I'm very impressed with DisK. It's not like in the previous game, you know, he tricked puCK somewhere down the line and like did something crazy or anything. No, it was just straight up game.
Yep.
Disruptor against Disruptor, Stalkers against Stalkers. He did he was ahead on the upgrades. He had a way earlier third base. And I think it's puCK that tried to get a little bit fancy, you know, staying on 2 bases for a very long time, maybe not scouting as well as he should have. And in this case, I feel like this DisK guy is a very promising player. A lot of things that he does, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, very
I want to
solid.
mention Dark Shrine, but at this point, he was even a double Dark Shrine, you know, raising the stakes a little bit here.
4 Stalkers against 2 Sentries and 2 Stalkers, and that Potent Overcharge is going to make the difference. So these are now trapped in. Stalkers warping in right next to this as well. It will focus the Sentry, but for 3 Stalkers, a little brutal.
Yeah, puCK might be a little bit of tilt.
And the thing is his Nexus is completed way faster as well here for DisK.
To be honest, I think this is worth it. Because getting the sentries means that the opponent won't have hallucination for a super long time, and now he's got his own sentries way earlier.
It's a costly investment of that gas, you're right.
And in this case, DisK, that's a bit weird. He's going for an Immortal first. Then starts Blink. Okay, now I guess he just wants to be safe.
Yeah. Seeing those Stalkers on your doorstep that early, you've got to be like, wait a minute, why are you being this aggressive?
He might have seen puCK against M. Canning. Remember, like we saw a couple War Prism and Sentries drop, which actually we're going to have once again here.
Yeah, he's going.
So in this case, getting Immortals is actually super smart. So and if DisK was to start one more, he might be even safer against this. Like, the pylon placement at the natural is going to help a lot.
He's only got
quite far.
3 gateways to reinforce this, though.
Who?
puCK.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, he did it with 4 before. You're very observant. Good job. But DisK is only on 2 gates.
I suppose, again...
I think it's mostly about getting out the high ground, right? With the units.
The Warp Prism's on the way as well. If DisK is thinking about getting aggressive himself...
Actually, yeah, DisK can pick up and drop on the high ground against this, and then warp in even.
Yeah.
Like.
All right, here we go. Realize it's on the way now. That
the Warp Prism's gonna have to come back.
That Immortal is gonna do a lot of extra damage here. Here it comes, dropping the Warp Prism. Oh, he has to try to focus it down there as well.
Yeah, the Immortal's right in there, takes a lot of damage. And it looks like this is gonna be a defense here, puCK.
Wow.
Can he even evacuate with everything on time? Looks like it, yes.
Yeah,
Woo.
he will get out, but it wasn't successful.
Yeah.
At all.
DisK is ahead by a few walkers. He's got his Forge about to finish, and we've seen before what he can do when he gets those upgrades started earlier. And the Blink closing in on completion, whereas puCK is only now starting a Twilight. That's probably the scariest thing.
I mean, very rarely do we go into these cups and we see somebody who is a internationally known player, who we consider heavily favored, and DisK is making this look in favor of him almost completely.
Yeah.
In both of these games, I am so impressed. Let's go, DisK. Wow. What a showing so far.
We had Neeb, and now we're gonna have D. Sickest chance in his sport.
We're a creative bunch in the StarCraft community, apparently.
Yeah, I always wondered about this, because like, I think in the Warcraft 3 days, or even before, I think a lot of people, if like you have a nickname that's like not as screamable as Neeb, then the chant would be like Neeb, 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 right?
Yeah.
Instead of Neeb.
I don't know how that... I wonder who started that. Who actually started it. Because it's great.
Some sort of stoner somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
DisK, actually, I was going to question how aggressive he wants to be, because he has such an earlier Blink. And I was worried that he might just kind of sit back on his lead, but guess what?
He's going.
He's going across the map, and if he blinks back properly, he might be able to trade shields for sentries, in which case the follow-up attack here is quite deadly.
Yeah, blink against no blink, and it's on a long way away, with the Dark Shrine on the way behind it as well. This could be very, very good here for DisK, who is going for this. Blinking back against that, keeps a lot of his Stalkers alive.
He needs to fall back now.
Yeah, there's 2 Immortals.
Yeah, he traded shields and maybe like 1 Stalker for some sentries there. Made puCK use some energy. That's going to be no Guardian Shield potentially for the next fight. And then when he goes for it, puCK might still not have... oh, that's so smart to do this.
Yeah, gets himself some workers, almost guaranteed, unless the photon overcharge.
And you get in the safe zone. The safe zone is very small, but he gets in it with... No, actually, no, there is no safe zone.
No, no safe zone, sorry. What's going on down here? A little bit of immortal firing. All right, Disruptors are on the way. Dark Shrine's about to finish here for DisK.
puCK's actually ahead in walkers, so doing well with this here. DisK, I think, might just go home then.
He did a good job of establishing his third base.
Oh, the 4 DT drop. If he flies... Oh, he's actually sending them what?
He got the Observer! He got the Observer!
Oh! He's going to slice this army down. Oh, there's a Disruptor, though.
Yeah, the Disruptor's going to be
he's going to have to blow up his own army. No, he goes for it!
No!
Oh, he gets 3 DTs.
That was actually not a bad trade.
Yeah, that was the sickest. Oh, my God. Bullseye, man.
It's pretty sick.
And he traps his DT.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, actually, that DisK didn't go for the main base with the DTs, because I think that might have been game if he had done so. But look, he sends the Warp Prism there, and there is no cannon. And 4 DTs are going to be warped into that location.
Oh my God.
Sure, Observer is about to come out.
Underpower.
DisK is still there with his army outside of that third base as well.
The entire army's going to have to come back. Where's the Observer? Where did he not even remake one?
No, he's got one about to come out.
Oh, okay.
But the Pylon dies before... Oh, Disruptor shots! Oh, these Disruptor shots. Okay, you don't need detection, apparently, if you have Disruptors.
No. How many? We've seen 10 DTs die off in 3 shots across the past 2 days from Disruptors.
7 DTs have died so far in this game. The Warp Prism escaped with very low hit points. I thought that DisK might be able to make this work, but puCK's defense was on point in the most important moment here in this series, on the verge of elimination. If he had messed up any one of these Disruptor shots he delivers,
he would have lost so much to those Dark Templars.
And he gets the home run.
And the crazy thing is, it's 64 workers to 64 workers. Armies are dead even, Todd. This game continues on.
He gets the hockey puck in.
The puck.
From across the field.
Did RoboBase always light up this much, or is it just this map? That is very bright. Do you think?
Yeah, it is quite bright.
Yeah. They very rarely do that. I guess it's just this map and the textures.
Almost like it's, you know, summoning a demonic figure.
As DisK summons the demons from Sargeras. Actual Warcraft lore into StarCraft.
4th base way earlier for DisK. He's really on top of his macro, I have to say.
Yeah.
Really appreciating his macro there, but
ooh,
Disruptor against Disruptor, here we go.
No.
Round 1.
Please. We've had enough of this.
I think not enough Protosses after they lose the initial Warp Prism remake one. In particular, if you know that the opponent has kind of used a lot of overcharges, like obviously puCK used the minimum amount, so he still got quite a few. Whoa!
He'll lose 1 Disruptor. Oh!
Gets 2.
Nice. He didn't even lose the 1 because DisK's killed the one that shot. Oh my God. Oh, that's aggressive.
puCK actually blinks forwards.
Oh, lose some of the units there as well.
There is a lot for DisK. He might be able to close this out here. He blinks forward and gets one of the Immortals.
Yeah, kills off a lot of the Stalkers there at the same time, as well as getting his 4th base up and running at the other side. So this 4th base is being shut down currently by DisK.
DisK lost his Observer, but there's no Dark Shrine from puCK, so I don't think we're going to be seeing defensive DTs anytime soon.
These 2 Disruptors on either side, very important.
I can't believe it.
Oh my God!
Whoo! DisK is not reinforcing with the Prism, by the way.
DisK is running away with this. Yeah, he's not. Why is he not reinforcing? If he was reinforcing, he would just bowl this over.
He's just warping in from home and getting Disruptors there.
Another Disruptor.
Apparently he doesn't need to, Kailash.
Got the Immortal. 3 Disruptors here. Very important. A puCK needs to land some of these shots.
If DisK starts splitting, he might be able to completely stretch puCK apart in multiple locations, even though right now he's still doing fine in that location.
And he got himself the Oracle. They did tag these units.
On the way for DisK.
How do we stop him? How does puCK stop him?
A couple disruptors might do it.
They might,
like
but here
this.
come some reinforcing ones. All right. Yes, you killed one disruptor, but 4 will take its place.
Cockroaches, man.
That's what they do.
2 DTs were warped in on the left-hand side, but there's 2 cannons in position. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Like, usually there will always be cannons there. So for this to send this, he's underestimating puCK here a little bit. Especially puCK, like, he gets 2 cannons per base, you know? Like, that guy doesn't mess around.
No, not at all. He's established himself some foothold on this 4 bases now.
By the way, the natural base of DisK, that's some seriously long-distance mining.
The natural base of DisK.
Yeah, look. That probe going all the way around every time.
Oh yeah, what the? You need to rejig that, and then it can do what it needs
Disruptor.
to.
Woo, if you send that up.
If it had gone the high ground, yeah.
It's particularly soothing to watch this.
That's how it is.
As the shark flies above in its natural habitats of Abyssal Reef.
Paul, please no more commentary.
I'm surprised DisK didn't try to move above this and try and go straight for some sort of counter-attack to then force puCK to attack into him, but puCK is awfully close to DisK's base. Ooh, good trade for puCK.
Yeah, nice.
He's making the most of this, like DisK. Yeah. He's actually in an unfavorable position, see, here on the high ground. And that's because he's been tagged, I think.
Yeah. He's not in a great spot. That one disruptor on the left-hand side.
Oh, a big DT warping at the north side here. Looking to try and attack one of these bases, where he knows there's going to be 2 cannons, but what's 2 cannons to 4 DTs?
Oh, that's right.
Or 5 DTs even.
More disruptions, more purification novas come through. puCK has a lot of purification novas! Oh no!
Again, yeah, this position is just so hard to do. He has to evacuate that. DisK cannot fight there.
Oh, he's going to do so much damage!
And puCK with a crazy comeback gets some massive detonations here. The DT's in the natural.
Yeah,
about to take out the last cannon that's there.
Alright, so now they've got to do as much damage as possible because at this point in time, DisK
there is a disruptor nearby those DTs though, and we've seen how these guys can clean some of those.
That's true. Purification Nova's not really doing too much.
Oh, there's not going to be an overcharges here. He needed that. Disruptor! Oh, puCK on top of everything here, sees it coming. And even though his natural base is getting wrecked here, puCK just has so much left over. Takes the high ground.
Stasis Ward was used as well, sealing off some of those units from doing anything.
And that's going to be the disruptor production of DisK here, shut down. He needs to restart that, maybe on his 4th base. ASAP.
Crazy good decision making from puCK brings him back in this game. And all the disruptors... Wait a minute, there's DTs in this army! There's DTs that aren't being revealed! They're killing off so much, Todd!
Oh, the Observer was killed.
Oh my god.
And the Oracle doesn't have enough for a reveal here.
They're blinking out, but the disruptors are all going to die!
They were left to die behind.
What is going on? What is going on?
And DisK is gonna close on the distance here onto the Stalkers and snipe them. The second base of puCK is down. He actually blows up one of his own pylons there.
He has 2 more disruptors left, but DTs is still over there. I can't believe puCK was supposed to win this game with that push.
He was supposed to be the chosen one.
I have no words.
DisK has more Stalkers now. 27 to 25, he's still awfully close.
The decision making to just warp in those Dark Templars and have them rip things up.
That's a lot of gateways, by the way.
Oh, there's 2 Dark Templars. Are they stalking the disruptors? No, they're going over to the mineral bit lines. There's a cannon there, though. They could have got disruptors, but instead they're going to die. And yeah, DisK is expanding everywhere, as you say.
He should remake probes, yeah, he's doing that. He's making a couple. Definitely should make more than that. And just saturate everything.
Army supply even, worker supply even.
2 oracles fly past one another at the bottom. Actually, the oracle of puCK is awfully far away. He's gonna try to kill some probes.
All right, Stalkers are gonna crawl along though.
That's particularly worth it. He tags probes, okay.
Things tagged, that dies off as well. Oracle. I can't believe these 2.
DisK is showing some serious guts, by the way. Like, to double expand like this off the back of that. Yeah. Like a lot of players, I think they would have been feeling compelled that they need to make units right there and now.
I'm so impressed.
Trying to catch back up on the disruptor count here is DisK. 2 to 5 in puCK's favor here right now.
puCK has to bring out some serious gameplay here against DisK. Really, you really can't sleep on this guy.
Yeah, he's the only one with charge again.
Yeah, that's true.
puCK has shown to be very reluctant to even get that. This didn't go for level 1 ground armor, but he's going for +1 plasma shields, and he's getting zealots.
Bottom left-hand corner, lots of zealots. Lots. They're going to go for the harassment.
Yeah, those are so good to do attacks like this. When you know the opponent's armies across the map, like sure, puCK will find that base on the right-hand side, but this can just evacuate that.
Well, now he knows that this army's here. Just send in those zealots. They'll get guaranteed damage while this is happening as well.
There is mothership core nearby, though, with a lot of energy. So actually, that could be a big defense here for puCK if he can get that.
Could be. Purification Nova tries to be sent through, and this puCK
Oh, the zealots are blocking one another.
Trying to get through on this. Cannon's doing a pretty good job against them. He's coming in for the base. He's going up for the disruptors there, trying to get the lot of Purification Novas actually hit the target, get what they need to do. But a lot of these Stalkers, still, there's not that many left of them here, Todd.
What a slugfest. DisK actually went for it. And that top base, he can actually save that now.
Yeah.
Oh, puCK has a rogue disruptor in there.
Yeah, he does. Gotta be careful.
Hiding in the bushes.
2 of them, in fact.
Oh, he's hiding it on purpose.
Oh, no. Oh, just turn around. Shoot it.
Oh, but the other one can shoot now. Okay,
no,
he's still gonna keep it hidden, but it's gonna be spotted from the high ground.
2 bases got cancelled. What is going on here? This movement. He's gonna go for the disruptors with a few of those units. He wants to get the observer again. No, actually, he doesn't have an observer here. Doesn't have any observer.
DisK with a far inferior income now.
But he has
37 probes to 52. Well, no, actually, no. puCK has that.
Oh, no,
73 to 70.
Just switched.
He's pumping out 2 disruptors by 2. puCK might be able to bring this back.
Yeah. Here come the Stalkers, though. They might just blink aggressively. They want to try and bring this down as quickly as possible, knowing that the disruptors won't cool down.
The Stalker count is definitely in DisK's favor here.
25 against 27.
Overcharges, you're doing quite a bit. He's gonna blink forward, what?
Oh my god. He's going to be time warped as well if he's not careful. Sends Purification over forwards.
That's, like, the roles have been reversed. puCK is now the one on the high ground in trying to take a fight in like a kind of bad position. More zealots are gonna come in on the left-hand side base.
Get as much damage done as possible, warping in some of the
These are not doing enough every time. puCK has made
not.
exactly enough cannons and units to defend. Oh!
That's on disruptors! That's on disruptors! Gets 2 of them! Oh!
Oh
the
god,
range.
oh god.
Oh! These
DisK has lost every single disruptor here at this point.
Yeah, and now it's only Stalkers.
He's running out of minerals on his side of the map.
I don't think he wins this fight anymore.
Whereas that base here from puCK is pretty fresh.
These guys are killing me.
Disruptor wars, man.
Yeah. Alright, 30 Stalkers against 29. It's gonna have to be up to DisK now to just do some fancy moves, some fancy footwork with these Stalkers. 2 more disruptors are going to be joining him, but I mean, the longer he lets this go, the longer puCK has a superior income.
puCK somehow has a couple Stalkers on the right-hand side, top right-hand side, and 1 disruptor even. I just remembered.
Oh yeah, that one.
Noticed. He could come in from behind actually, if this stays far forward. Yeah, this needs to re-expand. He identifies that, spots the army.
High ground advantage. Observer wasn't there. Blinks and gets a few more kills.
He still has observer speed, by the way, once again, whereas puCK didn't get that.
Yeah. He likes it. I like observer speed.
Some crazy DT comeback, I guess.
Observer speed's cool. Alright. See if he can get any more kills. See if the disruptors step out of line at all.
And there are no more oracles, apparently, to help with any of this. DisK swapping in a DT on the left-hand side next to that Nexus that's being made.
Whereabouts, sorry?
Left-hand side.
Okay, left-hand side. Oh, that's a long
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, whoa! He caught some of the disruptors.
Oh, he came in from behind with that one that was on the high ground.
Oh, like, well done.
That was on the right-hand side here for the longest time. I mentioned this.
1 for 3 trade, not bad.
But DT's gonna get the Nexus, looks like.
But we'll come back.
Oh, Observer's almost there. Few more swipes. 1 time. Gets it.
MVP. And then dies.
Oh, he's getting the
disruptor cards. No, there's no way. Oh my god, he's going for the Warp Prism. He gets the Warp Prism. He drops one of the disruptors as well, though. He still has 2 here available. DisK blinks back.
And he has the disruptor himself here. If puCK got overeager or tilted by this, he could have been punished severely.
I can't believe.
One DT.
One DT caused all that.
No, he's going to work in the main base right now. Even
what?
Looks like he's just going to suicide there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, main. Here we go again. Big engagement towards the mid. 3 disruptors. He needs to draw his attention elsewhere, somehow, some way. Even though all these numbers are very much so in puCK's favor, the army count really isn't that much.
Yeah, he's still close together.
Wait a minute, it's 5 disruptors against 2, Todd. In favor? Oh, but he's going to blink forwards.
Oh, that's very ambitious.
Oh, yeah, and lost 1 Stalker.
Loses a couple Stalkers here. puCK now the one getting 1 Oracle. Very important to get Oracles here in this situation.
DisK's fighting back. He is actually fighting back here. 4 disruptors against 3 right now. Oracle being mirrored once again.
Oh, puCK wins the Observer Wars.
Got a blink.
Whew, that was a little bit late here. Gonna lose a couple Stalkers here. I was trying to get a trade here.
Yeah.
Get some of these disruptors. Where does DisK expand next? I guess 6 o'clock?
Is that too close to the fight?
I mean,
I don't know.
If he's winning it, no.
No, true.
Oracle is there. Oh, not only does he get the tag, he gets out as well. And 2 Oracles now for puCK, so he's going to have way better control here over this.
Stasis Ward's going down for the defense as well for puCK.
I really think that if puCK had gotten charge, he could use... Oh, actually, that's going to get quite a bit. If puCK had gotten charge, he would be able to get some big warpins across the map with charge loads and maybe even some DTs, and then take out very important, you know,
I tell you something,
key
though.
buildings or economy.
DisK has once again brought this back.
Yeah.
Like he's fighting his way back into it. He has 10 extra Stalkers. He has 9 extra Stalkers.
Check out resources lost, like L.
Resources
very even.
Lost. Yeah, very even. And now he's on one of the important mining bases here of puCK.
900 resources. 212 units. What? 212 units standing.
Oh, wow. 240 units, 240.
And it's almost the same ones as well.
Unbelievable. What a great PvP. Oh, there's a huge base trade going on. I barely saw it because I'm that tired.
Oh, disruptor shots in the middle of the map. Observer's getting caught as well here.
If he catches observers...
DisK trying to come back from behind here to catch this army and punish it, but puCK...
Good snipe out by puCK onto the observer.
Snipes a very important base and then gets out.
4 observers are on the field for puCK as well.
Oh, he's going to go for these disruptors here, I think.
DisK's got to fight.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh, okay, that one's damage. Yeah. That one's money. And puCK now gets himself another base. This has to be the nail in the coffin for DisK. Unless amazing Purification Over's hit for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the case, right?
Clicks forwards, yeah.
Maybe to get the observer. They traded, actually.
Warps in a ton of zealots.
puCK is warping in a lot of units, actually, from that one base he's mining from the most at the bottom. He's got 2 Oracles there still. Remember, he could set up a whole bunch of Stasis Ward, buy a lot of time.
Yep.
And having sniped that one observer of DisK is a big, big deal here, actually, in this case. But DisK did remake one that just came out and he's headed towards his army.
Oh, Stalkers.
So nice blink back.
Zealots.
Whoa!
Blinks onto it. Oh, gets the connection he wants anyway.
That was a huge waste, actually, from puCK. Still quite a bit of army ahead. Coming in from behind is puCK. Oh, he blinked forward. The disruptor's going to be so exposed, but puCK not choosing to commit just yet. I think he fully realized he's still mining a lot at the bottom, and he's doing what I was saying. Sets up a bunch of Stasis Wards, and he knows that if he can make the most out of this base, the economy of DisK is basically non-existent right now.
Nope, not at all. And this army has got...
Oh, the disruptor in the main.
Where are these disruptors going? Oh, killed it. Another one's going to pop. Kills it. What are these 3 disruptors doing here is my question. They are very vulnerable. I guess he realizes all the Stalkers are on the other side.
That bottom base that DisK doesn't know about. He's gonna allow puCK to get quite a few Stalkers. Actually, his gateways are getting empowered, but he can remake some.
Yeah.
That's why you kill the Robo.
All right, let's have a situation report. We have...
Look at that observer above the army of puCK. He's about to die.
The one scary thing is that there's no disruptors for puCK. That's the only scary thing I can see.
Actually, I think this might be eliminated. Yeah, he has to walk back.
Yeah.
Because he has no buildings or probes out on the map. And these are his last few buildings here at home.
Yeah, seems that way. Supply block is puCK right now.
Supply.
Soup. army count.
puCK's gonna stay on the high grounds. That is 42 stalkers
so
to 26.
Many. Yeah.
But 3 disruptors here are gonna have to make a difference.
They need to be the difference maker. He can't be trading like this, can he? He needs to wait for the disruptors to be there. puCK will always win that blink war round. I guess he was trying to bait the blinks.
Yeah. Oh, blink forward here. He's gonna get some of these stalkers, but puCK turns around here, just looking to try and dodge the disruptor shots. He could have actually blinked forward here, maybe, and ended it. But I played safe though and blink back here for now. And DisK is down to his last few forces, Careless. Look at the supply at this point.
I think DisK needed to play that a bit slower, if I'm honest. But he'll lose himself out. A few of these buildings. And now protect whilst Robo Facility and Nexus are on the way for puCK. He is winning this game. Unless...
I was like, what? The Careless curse is when it stopped.
Wrong game.
Yeah, puCK played this really well. We're expanding at the top as well. He's got a lot of probes stacked up in that location.
Yep, yep. Yeah, he knows he's won. There we go. GG. 1-1 in this best of 3.
Good job by puCK here, fighting his heart out. And he's not ready to go out just yet. He wants to qualify for the playoffs. Be honest with you. I do think that puCK should be top 16 North America. Like, he should be in that challenger for sure. Looking to try and contest and try and qualify for WCS Jönköping. Might even be in one of our final top 4 if he was able to do so. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that guy was able to make it. Because remember, on Friday and Saturday, we will be qualifying 4 players for WCS Jönköping in Sweden.
puCK whispers me saying sorry for such long games. It's like, I said to him, it's okay, I understand that you have to play to win.
But can you cannon rush last game?
I was like, but if you could just...
Where's Caliber when you need him? Cannon rush Terran.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
You know, on one hand, like, it makes me smile, but at the same time, I know if I try to do this, like, I know it wouldn't work. I would just, like, butcher it. And they deserve it, some of these Terrans getting cannon rush like this.
Yeah, if they give you the opportunity, why on earth not?
Well, I mean, it's not like they give you the opportunity, right? It's more like you go for it and you make it work. There wasn't anything in the build of the Terran that was, like, suggesting that he should be getting cannon rushed.
If they give you the opportunity, you know, I don't know. I wonder what the third map's going to be. Come on.
The music's epic, man.
Yeah, I like how he's like, sorry for such long games, but in between, let's just not host that fast. So, it's no problem.
Sorry, having a chat with Soccer on Skype.
He told me that it's quite therapeutic to wait 10 minutes before a match.
It can be good to clear your head after a game like this.
Yeah?
Splash it with some cold water.
Yes.
Everybody has different tricks. Maybe a warm towel will do it for some people, you know?
Maybe.
A smoothie for some others.
A warm towel like they give you on aeroplanes, that mini towel.
Yeah.
Would you like this?
Do you put it on your face straight away when they give it to you?
There's 2 times they give you them, at the beginning and the end. The first one, I only really use on my hands. The second one, usually I have slept, and I will use that on my hands initially, and then my face.
You should do your face first.
No, because I'm making it cold, and I would rather the cold water on my face.
Yeah, but like you should use it when it's super warm.
No, I don't like that. I'm very particular.
It's crazy how you take this pompous air and then like you pompous air about you. You're like, oh, how have you know? Like, you know, I'll clean my hands with it and stuff.
Clean your hands first, and then you... Yeah.
No, invite me.
I have a very, very specific method of doing a lot of things. Like when you eat an ice cream... No. When you eat a sandwich, how do you eat a sandwich?
I wash my hands first of all, because I have this thing of people that wash their hands all the time if you're going to do something with them. Especially if I had to ride public transportation.
Oh, yeah. That's bad.
And then you just grab it and then...
Yeah? You don't have any method of how you like... So I do...
I try to put it in a way where it's not going to fall off. There's like a lot of sandwiches that are kind of messy, especially if it's like big sandwich.
Oh, you mean like packed?
Yeah, I hate that. So I will try to grab it very firmly and then go for it.
Okay.
And then hold it the whole time if I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole time? You never put it down?
If I have a big sandwich, you know, with a whole bunch of stuff inside that I think is going to fall out, yeah. You take the crust off.
Bite all the crust off first. And
Well,
then
you bite it and then you eat it, or you bite it and you throw it away?
No, bite it and eat it. And then once all the crust is gone, then you go to the inner part of the sandwich. Anyway, time to go into game.
Such a weirdo.
Spawned down to the bottom right-hand corner. Hello. Oh, hi. Good luck. And up to the top left-hand corner. I didn't even say DisK's name. Down at the bottom right-hand corner is DisK. And up to the top left-hand corner is puCK. All right, let's see what they're going to do.
Do you eat airplane food?
Sometimes. You shouldn't ask me these questions.
Depends how you feel on the moment, or?
Sometimes, and then 50% of the time, no, let's say 45%. No, okay. I will buy you know those Lunchables?
No.
Those little like things that you're like.
What is it?
I'm such a strange person. It's like a little package by like Dairy Lee or something that like has little wafers in a compartment, and then it has ham in a compartment and cheese in a compartment, and you can make little cheese and ham sandwiches.
You make your own before going?
No. It's like it comes in a pack. Google Lunchable.
Well, I mean, they have them in Germany, like it's like a brand.
They sell them in like just random little shops sometimes, especially in airplanes. Look, type in Lunchable.
Well, it's not healthy, right?
No.
Okay, so I haven't missed out on something amazing that's healthy.
No. There you go. Lunchable. They have like little wafers that you put like little cheese and little ham on.
But this is like a... Oh, yeah, okay. So, so it's a very unhealthy snack.
I mean,
it's literally like Spam, a cracker, and then cheese.
Yeah.
Like the three worst things you could put together were put together by someone, apparently.
They're tasty.
And there's one with Oreos.
That one comes with Oreos. I've never seen that one.
Dear Lord.
I've not seen that one.
I mean, what's left? Mac and cheese to be added to this? Like
Meanwhile, I've just been following this probe the entire time. Okay, what's going on? Double gateway?
Shovels.
Sometimes I will get those because I know that the airplane food's going to be bad, because it's gotten to the point now where we've flown, especially transatlantic, so much. I know what food they're going to offer me before we even get on the plane.
Well, it's always chicken or pasta, right?
Yeah, it's always chicken or pasta most of the times, but sometimes it's slightly different. Sometimes it's some beef stroganoff thing.
All right, this discussion has gone on for long enough.
All right, we're done.
Let's get to this PvP. I have to say, DisK, this build order that he does, where he gets the quick nexus, I'm a big fan of it. Yeah. Especially because he's a lesser known guy. So if you don't know that he's going to do this, you can't really punish it. If you knew that someone is going to do a greedy version of a Nexus Expand and he's going to skip on units, you could definitely punish him. But, you know, we didn't really know who DisK was going into this tournament, so I'm not sure like that too many players particularly knew.
Yeah.
And in this case, he keeps on doing this build that so far he's been able to get away with, and it propels him into the mid game in a good position.
And he got the better end of this trade as well against the Stalkers.
The follow-up, though, could be very scary. If puCK regroups, he's just going to head on home.
No, feels that his two Stalkers are a bit too weak there. And doesn't want to take the risk.
These two have been going toe-to-toe, man. First two maps already.
Absolutely toe-to-toe. It's been super close between them. I think a lot of respect for DisK will be garnered after this tournament, and especially this series. Very impressive stuff.
DisK is a beast, man.
Yeah. That's the cool thing. That's the cool thing about this format, right? Because this is so open, because anybody can technically sign up, I would have never known about DisK. Ever. Until like something like this happens, and now I'll never forget him. I will literally never forget his performance.
Well,
there you go.
Many years from now, I'm sure.
Even when I'm 79, on my deathbed.
Considering your diet, I don't think you will make it that far.
No, I'm dying at 32. I've only got like 4 more years.
I like his build order all around, you know. The quick nexus, then straight into blink. He's just very solid. puCK, though. Maybe looking... Hey, puCK loves to be aggressive with this.
Yep, going for it.
Which is actually, I think, decently good against what DisK does.
Yeah.
Last game, it was the Prism that kind of saved the situation for DisK. He doesn't have one on the way here this time around, and the ramp is super exposed.
Yeah, I think he could be in some trouble here.
Yeah.
He's only got one sentry this time, not a second one, so he's going to need to warp in others after the 2 force fields are spent.
Does puCK try to find on the low grounds? That's the question here.
I know, there's a lot of firepower on the low ground.
I feel like this should have at least one pylon on the high ground.
This is...
Keep in mind, those are stalkers without blink, so if they get force fielded, they're going to be in trouble. But puCK pulls back at the last second, and he does have the prism that can pick up. That's even better than blink in itself.
Yep. Gonna have to retreat on out and go somewhere else. The mothership core's keeping a good eye on that ramp location, though. If he was to ever turn around and go there, it's not the case. And
again, the quick forge is there for DisK, by the way.
Yep.
So going to be starting to work on his +1 from very early on.
Nice. Good stuff by DisK. Very solid play.
Both players going for another gateway actually at the exact same time there. We can see in the production tab.
One there, one there. And the Hallucinated Phoenix gets in, has a look around, sees the forge already whirring away, and considering he has no forge, he needs to really catch up. 2 more gateways. puCK, what are you doing? There's only 5 gates across that, isn't it, though? This probe's still sticking around, though. Made a pylon. Anything else? Another pylon, probably. Hallucinated Phoenix is going to get in and have a look around.
puCK before has stayed on 2 bases for too long times at times, and as much as the attacks haven't worked back then, it's still very scary attack when he does this move out with a lot of stalkers. And it seems like it's his main build order, right? Like, he goes for the early game War Prism, tries to make something happen with it. If it's pushed back, then he goes for that Blink Mass Stalkers attack with a lot of gateways. Yeah. And then if that doesn't work, then he goes into a Disruptor. But in this case, DisK is not actually seen this coming. He might have to just cancels, I think. He was completely out of position. Just restart that base elsewhere, maybe above his natural in this case.
Gotta get out and leave. Hallucinated Phoenix gets sent in again to have a look around.
Just realize if you say in this case and then DisK, it's the same thing.
In this case?
You could say in this case DisK disconnected.
Wow. Wow. Yes, you could.
That prism towards the main base of puCK here is pretty scary because... Actually, no, Mothership Core is close enough. It's patrolling between the main and natural.
Doesn't see it just
he should shade 2 adepts in the main, 2 in the natural. And that's when puCK's brain is going to explode.
2 going to the natural.
DisK is now afraid to take another base. He goes into charge very early, by the way, this time around.
Yeah.
Forces double overcharge. Means 2 more are going to be left here for puCK.
But he's got to be thinking, how did they actually get in? And right now the Warp Prism has not been scouted out.
Oh, we've got a bit of a fight here. DisK getting caught.
Goes for an Immortal. Tries to focus it down, doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, DisK messed up the micro a little bit, and I think he might still be thinking that this is a 2 base. Oh no, he did spot the 3rd base. Oh, he's getting a Dark Shrine. Okay, DisK is gonna go for a DT drop here. Which is gonna be super scary because there is no cannon in the main base. Okay, as I said at the start. Mothership Core always great defensive tool.
Looking for the Mothership Core. They grab it.
Remember, like 4 Stalkers, they one-shot probes.
Yeah. In
so it's the old school.
In desperation, he threw just Photon Overcharge.
Oh, he's gonna attack the natural at the same time, and DisK is not ready.
Is there a force field for the ramp? Oh! He blinks forwards, he goes to fill the
the units were on move commands or DisK.
Oh, this is a disaster for DisK.
He completely fell apart in that last game after 2 very close games in game 1 and 2.
Oh my god, and the Immortals will rip apart these Stalkers. Some are caught on the ramp as well. puCK is going to be able to run away with this one. A huge effort from DisK, but puCK will advance to the playoffs.
Maybe the nerves finally kicked in, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he just got tired, but that was a little bit of a disappointing game number 3 from a DisK who fought so hard in game 1 and 2, was so close to qualifying for the playoffs. But for now, it will be puCK. I'm sad that we lose one of these guys. They both are pretty amazing players.
Yeah.
But the show must go on, KLIs.
It must indeed. Unfortunately for DisK there, eliminated, but I think he's made a lot more fans today, as we've been able to watch some of his games unfold here against puCK. Very, very close games indeed. So congratulations to puCK for qualifying on forwards. That means that our 4 players qualifying from today, whilst I open my pages. Yeah, let's show the bracket on Todd's in just a moment. But our 4 players indeed were True, BioIce, Raze, and puCK. So we can look at the bracket and show you exactly how that went down. So congratulations to those 4, Todd.
Yeah. 2 Americans, 1 Canadian, and 1 Korean. So this is not refreshed just yet because we currently are in the future, remember?
That's true.
With the stream delay. But a good list of players here. Really looking forward to those playoffs on Friday. And seeing who will do well there, because it's quite a few Zergs.
Yeah.
The Stans and Protoss, they got their work cut out for themselves, yeah.
And I think, Marius, I think we can also show the full list of participants, apart from one, of course, from our Protoss, as well as what is at stake for the playoffs, as we have our 16 players and TBD, which, of course, is Mr. puCK there, with the grand prize of $1,600, $10,000 across the line, and there will be 1,000 WCS points on the line as well. So lots of Zergs representing that will be casting over in Poland. And fun times.
Lots of Zergs, lots of Canadians.
Lots of Canadians.
Showing up.
Yeah.
Let's hope they can keep that up. Obviously, only 4 players will qualify for WCS Jönköping.
Yes.
And in those names, like if you look at guys, you know, like Neeb and stuff, it's pretty hard to imagine them not making it, especially with how on form he's been.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Neeb actually, what is it called? Like a Triple Crown. He won a tournament in Korea. He won one in Austin. And with the Jönköping, if he's able to win that, he would have won one in Europe.
He would be the only non-Korean ever, I think, to claim a Triple Crown.
Or like one of the few players, because I don't think there are that many that have won across multiple continents.
No, there's very few Koreans.
How many players are there? Yeah, not that many.
So, impressive stuff. All right, well, it seems like we are done and dusted. Yes, I threw that in there for Todd here for day number 2 for WCS Challenger Open Cups. That does it for us here. Join us on Friday and Saturday, same time, same place, I believe. And, well, although we won't be in the same place, we'll be in Poland. And we shall have more WCS Challenger for you very, very soon. One game away from the crowd.